I'm Jack.
And I'm LA. And we are Jail Productions.
So millennials, they're a strange creature. They are something that exists on the planet. Most of you know this because most of you are millennials, as are we. They are born from the year 1981 to the year 1996. That's it.
Everybody has a predetermined idea of what millennials are.
So we decided
To do an investigation
of 25-year-olds
by asking a series of questions,
to find out
the truth. And here it is.
My name is Cameron. I'm 25.
My name is Stephanie. I'm 25.
My name is Chelsea. I'm 25.
My name is Maham. I'm 25.
My name is Valentina. I'm 25.
My name is Jason. I'm 25.
My name is Taylor. I am 25.
What do I do for fun? I play video games, I paint, I go to bars with my friends, random activities, rock climbing.
For fun, I play video games.
I do a lot of things for fun. I go running a lot for fun, even though I don't look like I run, I do go running a lot. And I hang out with my friends. That's mostly what I do for fun and my family.
I play, well, for fun, mostly I'll play like some video games. I'll work on my car, hang out with some friends, the average.
For fun, you know, I like to go to the beach. I do mixed martial arts. I do that every day.
Cool.
I love hanging out with animals.
It's gotta be sushi, man.
My favorite food is rice. Yeah, in any form, like sticky rice, sushi rice, white rice, brown rice, fried rice, all rice. So like sushi, yeah, because it's rice and rice. Fish, yeah.
Chicken strips and french fries.
I feel like if you asked me when I was a teenager what my favorite food was, I would probably say like cheeseburgers and fries because I never got to eat that stuff. Like my mom would always make Pakistani food at home. But now if you ask me, I would say Pakistani food.
My favorite food is probably just a good old-fashioned cheeseburger. Some veggies, got some cheese, got some grease. It's good for hangover.
Sushi.
My favorite food is pizza.
I think the world is fine and we're just looking for things that are not fine to blow out of proportion to make it look like that's not fine, but it's really just fine.
I think the world today is doing pretty well. Of course, there are different circumstances and different sections of this world that are doing better and worse. I think for the optimistic side, I think we are moving towards a more accepting generation, which is really cool. And something that a lot of the past generations and stuff didn't have is like everybody kind of now has a voice because we have the internet. So that's really cool. So of course there's a lot of cons that come with the internet, but I think there's more pros, so we're doing good.
That's a tricky question. I think that it is, I mean, honestly, my honest opinion, I don't think it's doing too hot right now. You look at it, like I think there's a social veneer that makes it seem like everything is okay, but I think just in general, things are actually, in certain aspects, I think things are worse. Like from just when I was a kid, you could go outside and go riding your bike, walk home from school, everything would be just fine. Now, if I had kids, they would never walk home from school alone. Like that would just never happen. And like, that's just like an example of how I think in some ways it's worse, but I think like as far as opportunities and ability for people to succeed, I think that is easier and is like people have more ability to do that than they used to.
I think the world today, it depends on your viewpoint. Like you can see positive viewpoints and negative. I choose to look at the positive. There's people who are very connected and we're friends and there's great things happening in the community. Tons of my friends volunteer. But I mean, also there's the negative if you look at war and famine and the political structure and the economy. And so I feel like you can focus on the good or focus on the bad, and I choose to look at the good most of the time, so.
I think the world is okay. There are some things that we could work on, I guess. I don't know like specific examples, but I mean, I think like generally as like, you know, especially at least here in the US, there are some things that we could work on.
I think the world is doing, it's a mixed bag, but I think that all in all, the world is doing well.
I think the world is doing, I think that there's a lot of, you know, turmoil and conflict between different activities, but overall, I think that it's doing good.
I would remove psychiatry. I would just fully remove it. That would be the one problem I would say needs to be removed.
People have a really hard time getting along with other people. Like, that's like the main problem. So I'd probably give some kind of advice on that, on how showing love for someone will go a long way.
One change to the world to, in my opinion, fix it, I would most likely remove multi-sourced news channels. I mean, I like the idea of having multiple opinions and everything like that, but I feel like news is a factual event that should be told to everybody, and having biased opinions where they present it as factual information makes it so that there's a lot of room for not so good intentions in terms of what they're saying.
If I could fix one issue on Earth, what would it be? I don't know, getting some type of political alignment, maybe, between, nations and places. I think that would end up solving even more issues, because when you have like a united people.
For work, I do artwork essentially, but it's kind of turned into medical illustration now. I have a ton of like doctor clients who do like special procedures and stuff, so I have to like diagram it all out for their clients and stuff.
I am a graphic designer, but I don't even just do that. I'm a videographer, I'm a graphic designer, I'm a web designer, but I also do hair and makeup randomly on the side.
I'm a real estate agent.
I work at a cybersecurity company.
I work in HR at Bloomin' Brands. So I'm an HR specialist. I work with restaurant managers, joint venture partners, and regional vice presidents of Fleming's, Carrabba's, and Bonefish.
I work at KnowBe4. My job is a customer success manager, so I work with customers who purchase our product and basically help them with recommendations to get the most out of their purchase.
So what I do for a living is I'm an IT admin. I'm a network administrator. I manage computers, a network of computers at a computer software company, actually. And, I make sure everything's running smoothly, keep things operational, fix computers, I do all that stuff.
What do I want to do when I grow up? I think I still ask myself that question, relatively often. And my two most reoccurring wishes for myself are probably to direct a movie or get into real estate.
I want to do pretty much exactly what I'm doing when I grow up. I, of course, just want to keep improving every single day and just see kind of where my career evolves into.
I want to be a real estate investor.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
The first thing that came to mind was a wife and a mom, which actually is news to me because I never really thought about that. But I think coming up, because I'm getting married and we're going to be having kids in a couple years, honestly, children are our future, and that's what will make the biggest impact.
I think I would probably want to be doing something that, where I'm working for myself, so I can travel a lot and make my own schedule and be financially stable. So something along those lines.
When I grow up, that's a funny question. What do I want to do? See, only recently I've realized that I kind of am grown up. So my what do I want to do when I'm grown up now has been kind of pushed 20 years from every age that I am. So I'm thinking that by the time I'm 40, which is I guess even more grown up, I would like to have a nice family, some land. I can have some kind of ranch or farm to keep everyone occupied and in an open space, and some kind of finances in order with different forms of income, and just kind of live life.
What do I want to do when I grow up? I, to be honest, haven't fully figured that out 100%. I have a major passion about helping people. I also really love animals. I really love making people laugh. If I can find something where I can mix all of those things together, that would be my dream job.
I don't think I have a role model. If there's someone close to that, it's probably my dad. Okay. He's more of just a guidance counselor, but I could definitely go be my own person. I feel if someone was to have a role model, they would take everything that person said and hold it true. Where I'm now in a position in my life where I can help my dad. So it's no longer he's this role model. It's like I'm comparable to him, so I can help him and stuff.
My role model is myself. I don't really have one specific person that I'm trying to look up to and be. I'm just trying to be the best version of myself.
Like one of my role models would be my dad, because he's super, anyway, he's just his opinions on things, how he acts with things, I think is very admirable. So definitely him. I would say, like, if you're gonna say a famous person, I would probably say Grant Cardone, because I think he's a total badass. I was like, yeah, it's like, if you're gonna have a role model in life, you really need to do it towards like what you want to do. I think that's like pretty key.
My role model is probably my mom, which is kind of maybe cliche. I don't know if a lot of people say that, but I feel like she set the best example for me, and the way she always taught me to live my life was like, you shouldn't need a man for anything, which I don't know how men would take that, but really, like, she taught me how to be financially independent, how to always be set for life, no matter if I have a husband or not, you know, like career-wise. She encouraged me to go to college. I mean, I have a great job now, and if, God forbid, anything did happen, I know I could survive on my own, and I feel like I'm confident to do that. And if I have daughters, I feel like I would raise them the same way.
I guess I don't really have a role model. I don't know.
My role model would probably have to be like my CEO at my company at the moment, in terms of like where I want to. He's Stu Showerman. He works at Know-be-4, and he's started off a really nice business model. He's treated his employees very well. It's made a big improvements in the community because of how he's treating his employees, and he's also has a product that has a large impact to the society.
My role model, I would say one of my role models is maybe The Rock. He's my role model in a sense just because he's extremely hardworking. He has like a major sphere of influence, and I think that he uses his basically sphere of influence in like a very, very positive way, which is something that I really like personally. Super supportive of everyone, very hardworking, and I think he sets like a very good example for someone who has made it through hard work and is still trying to spread like a very positive message.
If I could travel anywhere, I'd probably go to Ireland. I like cold weather, dreary, no sunlight, but I also think Ireland's pretty.
I would travel home. I love my house. I love my home. So 15 minutes away. Okay, if I were to travel, I would go to the Philippines because I do want to learn about my culture and ethnicity, and I've never been there.
If I could travel anywhere, I would go to Italy.
The first thing that came to mind was New Zealand, because we're going there for our honeymoon. And so I've been doing some research and it looks really cool.
If I could travel anywhere, I would go back to Switzerland, the motherland.
If I could travel anywhere, I would probably do somewhere like South America or like any of the Asian or Russian area up there, just because I haven't spent any time over there so far, but I've done quite a bit of traveling.
If I could travel anywhere, probably be Hawaii. And that's just because it seems like the most beautiful place in the world, and that's what I've been told by numerous people who have gone.
Would I rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? 100 duck-sized horses. Easy, yeah. Could you imagine, like, have you ever been bit by a duck? Now, what if that duck was the size of a horse, man? You're toast. So you just go around, you punt 100 horses, and you're good to go.
Yeah?
Or,
Oh my god, duck-sized horses.
so you want to fight them?
Yeah, no. See, it's a hard question.
The horses, for sure. Yeah, definitely tons of little horses.
Oh.
I could just kick them.
Honestly, I'd rather fight 100 duck-sized horses. You could just kick them. You'd be fine. But how are you gonna get past a huge duck that's after you?
I think I would probably go. No, I'll go with the 100 small horses.
I would fight one horse-sized duck, because it would be the most negative impact on the most amount of hundreds of duck-sized horses.
Wow. I would choose the I would choose the 100 duck-sized horses. Very small horses. It would be a lot, but how do I defeat a horse-sized duck?
If I could have any superpower, what would it be? Always a tough question. Time travel.
If I had any superpower, it would be flying, so I could get anywhere.
You know, I've thought about what superpowers I would have before many times, and it's such a toss-up. It'd be like either reading minds or flying. It's like, I can never decide though. It's gonna be one of those.
If I could have any superpower, it would be the power of teleportation, because I feel like you could go anywhere. I could be in Paris right now. I could be in California. I could be in Canada.
Okay, I don't know what it would be called, but probably like the ability to like influence people to do what I want them to do.
Communicate with anything without a language.
Any superpower, what would it be? Maybe it would be the ability to fly. I think if I could fly anywhere, that would be very fun. Something that I could travel quickly to places, and like, I think that would be awesome.
Be kind to everybody you meet. If I could tell everyone one thing, I guess it would just generally be kind. Because you need to be kind to every single person. Not just everyone you meet, every single person, always.
Wow, what would I say? That's like really on the spot. I would say so many things. That's why that's such a loaded question. I would probably say maybe not these exact words. I probably would rehearse it before I actually said it, and actually work out a script. But it'd be along these lines, I'd probably say that, people should pay attention to be good to other people, and that they need to be kinder to people despite their faults, and to just be more willing to actually help their fellow man, because he's in a lot more trouble than they actually think.
If I could tell humanity one thing from my experience on this earth, I would probably say that, I don't know, life's a game, so try not to get too serious and enjoy yourself.
Should we restart that all over?